going on? I'm Eugene Napoleon. This is Napoleon's Corner. Before I start, please like and subscribe to the channel. I greatly appreciate your support. This episode is actually episode 140, and the title is Please Be Yourself. Please be yourself. I'm not sure how or why we get caught up in this notion that it's not good to be who you are authentically. I'm not sure why we get caught up in that. But I notice as I get older, when I speak to the youth or, others, I get the sense and the notion that maybe they think it's cooler to be somebody else. Maybe they think it's cooler to pass themselves off or fancy themselves after someone else. And I'm here to tell you, I'm of a certain age. As a matter of fact, I don't mind saying it. I just turned 58 years old last Saturday, and I thank God for that. It's truly a blessing because the older I get, the more I understand the importance of being yourself, the importance of being exactly who God made you to be, right? So please be who you are. Please be your authentic self all the time, every second of the day, because people get a chance. If you're not your authentic self, people will miss out on seeing and being able to experience you for who you really are. So, and I think what happens because of all this other stuff with social media and all this other jazz, I think a lot of people are losing themselves in that make-believe life and that make-believe world, and they're really losing who they are, who they really are, right? Because you're creating all these other things out of TikTok and social media and all of this, and half the stuff on there, it's not true. So you're looking through a different lens. You're looking through somebody's make-believe lens, or that lens is made up to look a certain way. That narrative is written a certain way. It has all the bells and whistles to it, but it's a filter. It's not real. It's a filter. And then you're trying to compete with a filter. It doesn't work, right? But if you are your authentic self and you are really who you are, that's going to, obviously, it's going to last. It's going to go so much further than somebody's made up filter, right? So, I'm not, okay, it may not be easy for someone to navigate their life authentically every single day, depending on the ups, the downs, and the trials and the tribulations and all the different things that we all go through, because it's called life. We all go through it. We all go through ups. We all go through downs, through the downs. We all go through this spin cycle that's called life. But it's so much easier to navigate it when you are your authentic self, when you truly are who you're meant to be. Right? So it's all about the total commitment to yourself. That's what it is. It's just about being committed to the things that you believe in. It's about being committed to what you stand for, right? So if somebody is living a filtered life and it's not real and they're doing it for the gram and all that nonsense, right? The minute something doesn't go right, the minute there's a kink in their armor, oh my goodness. They don't know how to spin out of it. They don't know how to stand strong when there's a strong wind because it's a filter. They have nothing, the stability is not there to stand that test of time when something is going wrong. Whereas if you are your authentic self and something goes wrong and you've already been through the ups, the downs, like I said, the trials, the tribulations, all these different things. You've been through the spin cycle and spit out the other side, but yet you can still stand up because you know how to navigate when things are not right. You know how to deal with hard times. You know how to deal with hardships. You know how to deal with all of these different things because you've been through it before. Your back was posted up on the wall, so you know how to stabilize yourself. That's really what it's about. Not this make believe. Everything is great. You just really have to be yourself. Stop following what somebody else is putting up. If you really don't know, stop following that stuff because you really don't. Okay, I'll give you a football analogy. So you ever see when somebody sends in a highlights, right? Or when you're looking at somebody's highlights, they're called highlights for a reason because usually those are the best plays that that particular player or coach is posting to gain interest, right? So it's it's your highlights. It's the best touchdown. If you're a running back, the best touchdown runs you've had. If you're a quarterback, it's the best throws. If you're a receiver, it's the best catches, right? If you're a lineman, it's the pancake blocks. Okay. If you're a defensive lineman, it's the sacks and all of that. The highlights. But what happened to the general plays where they're not highlight plays? Maybe you took a play off here. Maybe you fumbled the ball as a running back. Maybe you threw an interception as a quarterback. Maybe you missed a tackle as a linebacker. It happens, right? So what do you think would happen if a scout is looking at your footage and you put in as a running back 3 fumbles? You put in as a receiver a drop touchdown pass in the back of the end zone. You put in as a linebacker 3 missed tackles in a game. What do you think would happen? Like, you had 100 plays in your highlight, but 3 to 5 of those plays are what I just suggested. Do you think that scout is going to look at it and say, I don't want that kid because out of the 100 plays that I just saw in his highlight, I saw 5 plays that I didn't like. See, for me, being a realist, if I want to see those plays. So this is why I don't grade players on highlights. I want to see a highlight reel, okay? And then I wanted to see 3 full game tapes. Call me old-fashioned, but that's how I evaluate players. Let me see the highlight, and then let me see 3 full game tapes. Or I'll go watch a particular player play, but I want to see 3 live games, 3 real games, not just highlights, right? So I'm just giving you that overall analogy. But being yourself means no matter what, again, the good, the bad, all the other stuff in between, you know how to get through tough times. The commitment is to yourself, not to somebody else. It's not the fact that you're following somebody else. It's the fact that you believe in who you are and you're going to be committed to that. And you're going to stand on your principles, not somebody else's. When somebody else is doing something that's a little bit shady and it may not fit who you are, if you stay true to yourself, you will never get caught up in somebody else's nonsense. And that's really what it's all about. So I guess I was motivated to do this particular topic and episode because I'm starting to see this all too clear, especially with the youth. They're kind of living this lifestyle because it's more important to follow somebody else than it is for them to truly be themselves. So I say it again. Please, just be yourself. Stand strong on your principles and what you believe in, and allow somebody to follow you. How about that? You be the leader in a positive way, and let somebody follow your positive lead. You'll get a lot more out of life that way. I believe it. Let the commitment be to you and not to somebody else. I'm Eugene Napoleon. This is Napoleon's Corner. I'll see you next week. Take care.